Hello everyone, this is Anita White with Love Your Art, and we are back again with another video. Yes, we are. We want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed. We are now over 2,000 subscribers, and we're so pleased that you've been willing to join us and be a member of this wonderful art journey with us. So thank you to all of our subscribers, and if you're new, we welcome you. Really appreciate you coming along with us. Today we have a special treat because we are going to be doing two 10 by 20 inch canvases, and one of my viewers, and I don't recall if it was on YouTube or one of the art groups that I'm a member of, asked me about doing something with paint that was just mixed with water, paint and water. And so I said, okay, sure, I'll do that. And I don't remember her name, but I actually said I would do it, so I am going to follow through on what I said I'd do. So today, on my right here, we will be using a 10 by 10 inch canvas with water-only base and all water-only paints that are mixed with water only. On my left, we will be doing our usual, our base will be the Floetrol and water mix along with the paints that are with Floetrol and water. And what I have is I've put together 6 colors. They're all blues, and we're going to be introducing those in just a moment. But first, I like to say we have a water-only mixture here, and this is what our composition in terms of the consistency looks like. Runny without a puddle, or just a little bit of a puddle before it disappears. Oh, see, we got some uninvited guests here. Let's get that out right way. All right. So we're going to be using water only for the base of this paint, this 10 by 20 inch canvas. And on this one, we'll be using the same consistency, again with the Floetrol mixed in it. This is Blickrylic titanium white that we'll be using on each of these. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay out the one with the water only and see if we can get this going. After we have these laid out, I'm going to introduce all the colors. That way we can pretty much know exactly what's going to happen here. I also want to say to those of you who've been using the opportunity to view the videos and leave comments, I so much appreciate your feedback. It really helps me to grow and to better understand your needs and how I can best meet them. If you have questions or you have concerns or things that you want to bring to my attention, that is a good place to do it. So please don't shy away from leaving a comment. Know that I respectfully will respond and try to get back to you as quick as possible. Now remember, this is the one on my right. That is the water only base. Blickrylic titanium white is the actual paint. And again, just so you know, some of you ask, or many times I get asked in my art channels, what colors are you using? How do you mix your paints? All of this information is available to you on each of the videos in our description box. I list all of the colors in case you need to reference them for another time. They're listed there in the description box, so please refer to that. The other thing I like to say is by way of appreciation as well. I really do appreciate all my viewers. I appreciate those that are part of the YouTube channel, those that are part of art groups that I'm a member of. And oftentimes I receive requests for personal Facebook friend requests, and I like to say thank you so much for being interested in being a Facebook friend with me. I do really appreciate it. However, I do want you to know that the best way to have communication with me is through the art groups that I'm a member of or through the YouTube channel here. I use the Facebook for my personal use with family and friends, close friends, so I don't want anyone to be offended or to take it wrong in any way. But I really don't friend my art group friends. I really would like just to be a part of this art group or this YouTube channel. By those means, allow me to have that personal space with my friends and close family members. Family and close friends, I should say. So thank you for understanding, and thank you again for giving me that privacy. Over here, we're starting with the Floetrol mix with water, which is our standard mix. 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint, water added to reach the desired consistency. And we try to do what we can to best come up with the same consistency for all the paints, even if they were mixed with just the water. We really tried to put the water and the paint mixture. I didn't measure those. I just put paint in, added little bits of water until we got to the desired consistency, because not all paints are created equal, even if they are part of the same family. And you can know this because you can experience it yourself. Just like people, we're not all the same. We have different needs, and that's how paints are. They need different amounts of water, even if they're in the same brand. So we just put in a little bit of water and continue to stir until we got to the desired consistency for all of the paints. Okay, now I am going to add a little bit more of support here by just going around and putting my finger around the edges to ensure we have covered all this up. This is the Floetrol and water, or Floetrol and water with paint. This is just paint and water side. Okay. All right, and so we have our base color, which is the Blick Titanium White, already down. And you're going to go ahead and move forward with that with our torch. Let's get some. Clean up here just a bit. I'm keeping these a little bit spaced apart, and I may have to move them even further when I blow, just to keep the paint from splattering onto the other canvas. Okay, let's do this now. All right, getting some of this paint off my hands so that I can handle the torch. Stop the air bubbles. And if you're starting off new, I've had a few people ask, do you really absolutely have to use a torch? And my answer is I don't have an alternative for how you can pop the air bubbles, so it would be a required tool. Now, I'm noticing there's some low areas here on this one in particular, so I'm going to take my paint and just go over it a little bit more, and take my spoon and use it as a spatula here to just fill in some of this where I feel like we may have some low areas. Okay. Get this edge over here, good. And I'm doing this because I want you to see from the base to completion how the two compare. And my goal is also to show you the dry results. So they'll either be at the end of this video, or we'll have it in the next one with other dried results. So just stay tuned and we'll see what we can do to bring forth the final results to you. Thank you so much for your patience and willingness to hang in there with us. Okay, so here we have need of torching again. Just a little low area on this side. All right. We want to be sure we have enough paint laid down to cover and cause for the paint to move freely. All right. Okay, we're good. I think we're good here. All right. Okay, so we'll torch again. And we will move on to introducing our colors that we'll be using in both designs for the layering process. All right, starting with the very first one. This is the Artist Loft Brilliant Blue. And I have it in a little cup. And this is the paint and water. So all of the 3-ounce cups will be paint and water. The bottles will be with Floetrol. The light blue, permanent violet. We have, and that's Liquitex Basics. This is Liquitex Basics, light blue, permanent violet. This is the Liquitex Basics, light blue, permanent. So those are both in there, but this one's first and then that one. Then we have the Artist Loft Turquoise, and I thought this was Phthalo, but the pronunciation is Artist Loft Phthalo Blue. And Amsterdam Primary Cyan. And this is going to be our final color. We're going to start with each of these colors in the cups on the paint and water side. I want to get a design that kind of comes here. We want to have just a little bit of a breakout here. Ooh, come on now. My cup is a little bit too soft. I'm not used to having cups to pour out of. Got to get better at that. So we'll only put a little bit more down since we've got quite a bit on that side. Let's do this. This is paper cup, so it is really softening up. All right. A lot more blue there than we wanted, but that's okay. All right. We'll do it that way. And that is the Brilliant Blue. Let's go ahead and do the next color, which is the Light Blue Permanent. See if we can do a better job at that. All right, Light Blue Permanent. Okay, that was a little better. And now we have the light blue violet. Oops. And ooh, we're doing the same thing again. Let's not do that. All right, we'll get it down. It's so much easier using a squeeze bottle. Okay, that's good enough. And the next color is the turquoise. Let's see if we can pour this out. It's better if you don't squeeze, I guess. Okay. All right, we won't squeeze. I think that works better. Our next color is the Phthalo Blue by Artist Law. Okay, and our last color is the Amsterdam Cyan. Okay, let's tap that out. Quite a bit of blue there, but that's okay. We're going to move this one over just a bit so we can concentrate on torching and blowing out this one. I think what I'll do is go ahead and lay out the same colors on this one so that we can have a similar design. Let's go like this. And we'll go here. So much easier with a squeeze bottle. Okay, now you see why I like them. And we'll do the same with this. Again, these are the exact same colors. Some are mixed with water and paint only on the first design, and the others are mixed on this one with our regular Floetrol and water. Okay. This is a turquoise. Phthalo Blue, and we end with our Amsterdam Cyan Blue. Okay, so we are looking about like the same in the design. We are about the same thickness, even though there may be a little bit heavier paint there. I'm going to torch air bubbles here. And got a little somebody here. What is that? Not sure where he got it off. Paint and water looks a little thicker, and it will just be able to tell. We're going to start with blowing now. See if we can do this. I'm taking off paint. Okay, we want to keep negative space inside and outside as much as possible, but we'll see what happens. Wow, look at the cells on that. Amazing. Got a lot of splashing over here, which is what I did not want. Thinking I moved it a little further apart. Enough, but obviously not enough. So we're going to have to tap some of this out. Just don't want all these extra splatters of paint here. But this is unbelievable. It's really pretty. I probably will do a little bit of opening up here. I'll say here, in this area here. I want to see some negative space in there. So open that up. And maybe open up a little there. And we'll just take that right on out. We're going to see if we can fix this up really nicely. Scrape off that. I'm going to get some negative space in here on the inside. Okay, let's see if we can do what we can do. When you have smaller canvases and a lot of paint, you got to really work around it and make those adjustments as best you can. I want to keep some of the negative space in here. Taking this out because I want this to have some negative space at the top. And we learn by doing, making adjustments and trial and error. Okay, let's just try this water and paint in here. Building that in. Okay, come on, let's do it. All right, that's gonna help a little bit. And we're gonna help this side here a little bit. I hope you can see from the before and the after why I elected to do this. Now again, it's your choice as you're painting to make adjustments as you see fit. These are not requirements, of course, but they're just ways that I think might give that may be more eye appealing. Okay, that's the water only. We're going to keep that separate from the other one. And in the meantime, we are going to tap some of this out, particularly here. Okay. All right, some of these splatters won't matter. Those that do, we want to get rid of as quick as possible. Okay. All right, good. Okay. And I'm going to come back over here as well. And look at this. There'll be some blowing out that I'm going to need to do there, but I'm liking this. I'm liking the movement a lot better. with the negative space in there. Lots better. Okay, and I'm going to take and scrape some of the paint drippings off, giving this a chance to smooth it a little bit. Get up under here and get some of all this paint that's coming off the edge. We want to capture that as soon as we can. All right. Let's clean my hands up. This is really moving, as you can see, so I should have had gloves on because this is quite the messiness right about now. But it's a pretty messiness. We're going to see if we can do similar on the canvas on the left, on my left, which will allow for negative space as we've done here. I'm torching this for air bubbles. There's beautiful lacing here. There's rich, deep colors as well. Lots of opportunity for cells to develop with just paint and water, as you can see. Okay, we have a little drying area here. Need to put that, smooth that out. Okay, we're going as fast as we can. Let's see what happens now as we blow out the one with the Floetrol and water. All right, paper towel mess here. Okay, let's see if we start about in here again. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. Wow, we did get a little negative space here, a little there, a little there. Let's take our torch. I see a few air bubbles. But overall, I think it's really well done. We gotta get some of this little white splattering, the blue splattering on to the white off. Pretty. Cells here with water and paint only. A lot of lacing, a lot of cells. Some cells, some lacing. I'll be able to show you what the difference is when we bring you in for a close-up. Similar design. Again, it just has a lot to do with what choice preference you have. Paint and water, which could save money. You wouldn't have to purchase Floetrol. Or if you're not able to get Floetrol, you can see it still works. I think that we definitely have options when we can look at the two of these together. We can see that there is a difference in the flow of the paint. Looks like this is nicely, richly, smoothly blended. This is rich and deep. And I see that and it could be because I put a lot more paint on this one, but I'm loving how dark it came out in some areas. This is really pretty. Just the thread of that in there. The permanent light blue violet is showing up very nicely in here as well. So let's bring you in for a close-up. Here we are, everyone, with the close-up. As you can see, we've got our two 10 by 20 inch canvases. One on the right side here is the paint and water. The left side here is the regular Floetrol paint and water. So let's go in for a close-up. This is what I mean by these rich, beautiful cells that have been made with lacing. And you can see you can get that same effect with water and paint only. Beautiful cells. Gorgeous, rich, deep colors. Really came out nice. So if you're one of those individuals who cannot get Floetrol, you know you can also get a beautiful Dutch pour without it. Here's proof. 10 by 20 inch canvas, you can see where we made the adjustments, and still very beautiful. Cells are well nicely formed. Lacing is outstanding. I'm just amazed at what we can do with just paint and water. So if you have any concerns about paint and water, have them no more. Eliminate any concerns, because this is living proof. Paint and water will do really well. Again, we will show you the dry results so you can really make the comparison. And moving on over to the regular Floetrol and paint and water. Again, not as many cells. Some cells and lacing, really pretty. You can see the nice flow of colors, dark, rich colors deeply blending together. Lacing is here. Again, not near as much in terms of the cells, but they are here in just small portions of the cells are really visible. Not a lot, because we didn't have any metallics in this. Metallics do help to bring about the actual cell development. But again, lovely painting, beautiful. Both of these are really nice, and I think that you can make your choice as to what you prefer. If you want to go with the water only or the Floetrol paint and water, it's a real close call in terms of what you're getting. If you want more cells, you can see water and paint only can give you many cells as well as lacing. All right, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. So much appreciate you guys. I love the fact that you're here to help encourage us as we grow in this channel. Support us. Thank you so much for your viewership. Thank you for your being able to just constantly come back each time and give us your support. So until next time, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed, guys. We'd love to have you join us. And also hit that notification bell, because that's how we can inform you each and every time that we have another video upload. Here we are with some dry results. This is the paint and water only, and this particular 10 by 20 inch canvas, like I said, has paint and water only, not having any other mixture in with it. We had a little heaviness of the paint in some places, so it dried a little bit wonky in terms of the cells, like there, but that was because I had too much paint on here. But overall, I think that the cells did come out very nicely. We had a few places that I probably could have done more to eliminate some of the extra paint, and it would have dried more smoothly, but it will be improved upon, like in that area where you see that once it has a coat of resin, it can be assisted with the drying. Those cells look really nice and pretty. Again, all the way down to the end, this paint and water came out nice, and I think it would have been a little better had I had squeeze bottles to pour the paint out of instead of the little 3-ounce cups. So we live and learn, and that's one of the things I've learned from doing this one. I will use squeeze bottles because they have the ability of giving me the control that I like to have with my paints. But overall, you can see how pretty this design is. This is the paint and water. And then the second one was the Floetrol, and it had the regular formula that I use. And again, you can see the nice smoothness, richness, and blend of the colors. You have a lot more control with squeeze bottles, so you can see how the lacing came out nicely there. Again, it dried nicely. It'll look beautiful with a coat of resin as well. Again, this is Floetrol paint and water. Lovely, lovely blend of colors. I happen to have a preference for Floetrol, but I can definitely see that using paint and water as an option should I have the opportunity to do so, or if I'm out of Floetrol, I know that I can work with just the paint and water. So here's our Floetrol paint and water. Again, dried results on this one, 10 by 20. Think you like it. I do. Thank you so much for joining me and listening to this video. We hope to see you next time. If you haven't done so, like and subscribe. We welcome you each and every time, and we're certainly trying to grow our channel, so come on by. Don't just pass by. Come in and join with us. We appreciate you so much. Thank you again. This is Anita White with Love Your Art. Until next time, keep loving your art, and we'll see you all on the next video upload. Bye now.